Hi, I'm Grayson J. Stedman Jr., Vice President of ISOC Dominica. ISOC, or Internet Societies, is a global organization that seeks to enhance the standards, implementation, education, and policies of the Internet globally and locally. One of the major concerns of ISOC is the use of Internet of Things or IoT devices and the security of these devices. IoT devices are any types of device that can be used at home, in corporate environments, industrial environments, by governments or NGOs that connect to a network and may also directly or indirectly connect to the internet. These can include such things as smart TVs, wireless routers, smart bulbs, smart doorbells, cameras, industrial monitors, etc. These devices are numerous and are used in all a host of different applications and provide many different types of functionalities. It's very wide ranging, and the use of these types of devices are across the board. One of the dangers of these devices is that many of them are unsecured. They are not properly secured to protect the users and the networks that they are connected to. Many of the devices have very weak secure measures or very weak passwords, and majority of users of the devices do not have the knowledge required to secure the devices. Many users of these devices utilize them with the default passwords, and as a result, they are in danger of having those devices compromised or hijacked. Examples of some of the issues that may occur: if someone has a smart doorbell, smart lock on their home, that device could be hijacked or compromised, and the person could be locked out of their house. Corporations that use IoT devices, industrial plants that use IoT monitors, etc., could have those devices compromised or hijacked, and the network can be compromised, and the data can be either stolen or compromised. One of the major concerns of this is that persons would be at risk, and also data and their privacy can be also at risk. ISOC seeks to provide a three-pronged approach to address this. One, through education of the public as to how you can go about securing these type of devices, and also selecting the right type of devices that are more secure than others. The second approach is to engage with organizations that produce these devices and seek to encourage them to implement better security and better controls on the devices so as to protect the end users and their data. And the third approach is to engage with governments to implement policies to enforce the use of security standards for these devices in order to protect the citizenship and protect their data and privacy. So these are the approaches that ISOC has taken, and we seek to improve the security of the devices, seek to protect the users of these devices, and engage the manufacturers and governments to improve those policies and procedures. Some of the recommendations in order to address some of the concerns of securing IoT devices is to work together, have the different ISOC chapters within the region work together and encourage the governments of the region to establish a regional task force to advise on IoT policy. We also recommend that a IoT rating system be put in place to rate IoT devices based on the level of security of those devices. We seek to collaborate with international agencies to establish IoT security standards, lobby manufacturers as a regional body to adopt international and local security standards, create awareness campaigns to educate the public as to the dangers of using unsecured IoT devices and how they can go about securing those devices and protecting themselves, their data, and their privacy. Of course, I advise the public on the rating system and encourage the government to implement a incentive for persons to import highly rated IoT devices and discourage the importation of unsecured or low rated IoT devices. This can be in the form of having lower customs tariffs on high rated devices and higher tariffs on low rated devices. In addition to this, the devices that are already in use, they can encourage the government to have a exchange policy whereby users can have duty-free concessions if they import high-rated devices to replace their existing low-rated devices. Also encourage manufacturers to have a buyback system whereby the users can send back their low-rated devices in exchange for high-rated devices and of course pay the difference, and provide continuous education to the public. Also to encourage the government to have programs to increase the number of ICT professionals that can assist both homeowners and businesses and small businesses in the implementation of securing the IT devices, and finally to encourage the government to implement policy to protect users and their data and penalize hacks to person's personal data. Thank you.